Next, we have Binance Smart Chain rebranding to BNB Chain. This is kind of interesting. The reason I bring this up is mainly so everybody's aware of the terminology changes. It's one of those things where like, okay, now we got to stop calling it the Binance Smart Chain. We got to start calling it the BNB Smart Chain. If you see it in documentation or wherever it's written in articles, or if I'm talking about it, it's important to understand what that is or the difference between that. Now, BNB is the token, by the way, but I guess they're just rebranding it to be like that token chain. My assumption is this maybe has something to do with some regulations somewhere, but let's see. Binance Smart Chain, the layer 1 blockchain of crypto exchange Binance, announced a major rebranding and a push towards scaling, according to a press release shared with CoinDesk. BSC is rebranding to BNB Chain, which stands for Build and Build, in an effort to draw a connection to Binance's BNB token, the governance token for the protocol, the press release said. Okay, so it's a rebranding just to basically make it a little bit more clear that it's the chain for that token. The BNB chain will be made up of two parts: BNB Beacon Chain, previously Binance Chain, and BNB Smart Chain, formerly BSC. BSC is compatible with Ethereum's virtual machine, where smart contracts are executed, and serves as a hub to access other blockchains. Interoperability. Just as a note, Binance has committed over $1 billion to support the BSC ecosystem as it competes with the Ethereum network and other layer 1 blockchains. BSC has drawn criticism for being too centralized and for the rug pulls taking place on the ecosystem. All right. So the centralized portion is a problem. If we're talking about rug pulls, just to be clear, like when you have a platform that's open like Binance Smart Chain or Ethereum or anything like that, and people can build on top of it, rug pulls are going to happen. To complain about them happening on a specific layer 1 solution in an attempt to demean that solution over another doesn't really hold any weight, in my opinion, as an argument, just to be clear. Because it's just as viable to happen on Ethereum as it is on Binance or Solana or Cardano. Rug pulls are going to happen. Obviously, regulations coming into place to try to mitigate some of that stuff. We could discuss, like, is that something as a crypto community that we support or not? That's a different topic. But just in general, just want to make that clear. In designing BSC, Binance had to sacrifice some decentralization to compete with Ethereum. Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao told CoinDesk in September of 2020. We do remember that one. The BNB chain will also increase the number of validators on BSC to 41 from 21, said Sami Karim, BNB Chain Ecosystem Coordinator, in the press release. The 20 additional validators will function as candidate block producers, Karim said. By expanding validators and improving scaling, BNB Chain will embrace large-scale applications in GameFi, SocialFi, and the metaverse, Karim added. The metaverse refers to an immersive digital world created by the combination of virtual reality and augmented reality. We were already aware of that. So, basically a rebranding. It does look like, as far as improvements to the chain here, pretty good, almost doubling the number of validators. Right now, I use Binance Smart Chain only for TON at this point. I do have liquidity added between TON and BSC, or BNB, excuse me. And that is specifically because we did the how-to for swapping, for liquidating. Ethereum's too expensive to liquidate on. This is the way that we just went ahead and supported that particular portion of the network. If I add liquidity, obviously, if people swap, you get a percentage rate. Plus, it needs some liquidity to make it a little bit easier. So that's kind of like the only thing I use Binance Smart Chain for at this time, or I guess BNB Chain at this point. So just to be clear, that's pretty much the only experience I have with it, other than I have messed with like PancakeSwap for how-tos and so on. It's not my preferred, right? It's definitely not my preferred chain, obviously, with the centralization issues being a big problem, in my humble opinion. But, you can't afford doing a ton of swaps on Ethereum for things like TON. It's just, as a miner, it's not great. You lose a lot of money. So it's not good at all. I hope you enjoyed this clip from the Crypto Mining Morning Show every Monday through Friday, 7:45 a.m. Pacific and 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time. You can check out more clips here, or if you're interested in checking out the entire live show, you can check that out down here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Tuesday.